Well, I admire you guys. I mean, that's just amazing that you've stuck with it this long, and congratulations to you. But you made a comment at the end. You said something about you recorded the music, and it's art, and that's going to last forever. Now you've got this film that's going to last forever. Can you give me the moment where you go, oh my God, I wish the cameras weren't here. I don't want, and the moment where you say, wow, I'm glad they're here, and this has been recorded for posterity, and the good and the bad moments are going to be seen forever. And I just wonder if there's a good moment, a bad moment.
Bad moment would have to be the naked picture. But I am a real man.
There's an interesting story behind that. Liv said, look, I really prefer to be naked in the film, I've given everything up. So I said, well, why don't we fly in an anvil over his crotch, right? So we were going to do that, but the producer, an Australian called Rebecca Yeldham, remember that name, she insisted that Liv be naked. She said she has nothing to be ashamed of. Why not share it with the world? So,
she said I had a nice package.
And the moment where you go, wow, I'm really glad somebody was here to record this moment. Was there a moment in the film where you're glad that the cameras were there?
I think the moment when I was pretty much breaking down, saying that we've been together for 50 years, I'm going to do it, I was glad that I got that out, because I think it's been something that's been brewing in me for my whole life, and here was the camera in my face saying, here, let's go for it, man. Tell the world how you feel. And it was a really very, very cathartic release of emotion, and now that it's captured on film forever, I'm really grateful.
Cool. Any other questions? Gentlemen.
Hey, thanks so much for coming, by the way. It's been a dream come true to see you, but I just wanted to ask you, being from Toronto, since you had basically, well, you had fuck all, like, anyone to look around that was really a success that came out of the town, and I was just wondering, number one, who were your big influences when you were a kid, like 14, 15? We know about Cactus. And number two, I just wanted to say thanks very much again for coming to my dear friend Ray Wallace's funeral in November. It meant a lot to me and a lot of his other friends.
Us too.
Thanks.
Thanks. Oh, how do I answer that? I don't know.
Like Cream, Hendrix, Sabbath.
I'm a product of being born in 1956, in a certain sense, so that I was aware of the rock and roll era, although I was not participating in it, but at least I was aware of it. So by the time in the 60s, by the time I was 10 years old and beginning to play guitar, already the Beatles and the Rolling Stones, and by the time I was in grade 7, Jimi Hendrix. So it's really a hard rock background. Well, really anything that's electric guitar from the 60s, 50s on.
And any other questions? Gentlemen there.
Lips, when you said you were selling This Is 13 directly to the fans, I think that in this day and age with downloads and from the computer, from your MySpace page, bands will be more able to do that and record labels will be more phased out. Do you think ANVIL will have a better chance to reach their fans by recording something and having them download it directly from, say, an ANVIL site and paying you directly for your hard work rather than some vulture record label? I think this is the future. How do you think
and welcome to all those of you who are here tonight. There are some.
As I said,
they are bottom feeder.
It's how I met Robbo, and it's how I think it's a great tool. I think it's something that could give you guys a better chance at making it even at your advanced age. What do you think?
I think the internet and the whole computer age has brought us all way, way closer together. And in actual fact, Sacha would not have found us if it wasn't for the sake of the computer. And even one step farther, I wouldn't know who you were if you hadn't emailed us and been bugging me for 6 months. Add me to your list, motherfucker. It's actually quite interesting getting to know everybody almost on a personal level all over the world. It's a great thing. So yeah, I mean, that's the future.
Have you gotten yourself a good manager?
No, do you know what it is? I think that once they smell money, much like a shark smelling blood, they'll be there.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so glad I came up from Philly. It was like, it cuts across all things, like beyond music and stuff, how worthwhile it is. But 2 hockey questions. What was that like a girls' hockey game?
Yeah, that's actually my stepdaughter's hockey team.
And 2, is Cut Loose really a Flyers fan?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
There are jokes about
Die
it.
hard.
Gentleman in the back.
Yeah, welcome back to Brooklyn, guys. At that show, that festival, I don't remember what country it was, you were waiting for Ted Nugent. Did you ever get to see him?
No.
What a shame.
His
I did
loss.
meet him at a rifle association.
That's another film. Anyone else? Anyone else? Gentleman there.
Yeah, what do you guys remember most about the early shows in Brooklyn, since we're in Brooklyn?
Probably the films that they put on the screen before and after we played. And I thought that was a pretty bad turning point. It was like, looked like snuff flicks or something. The last thing I remember is watching a girl getting her tongue pulled out. With
It's a compliment.
whatever.
Who wants to hear from Robert? Come on, man. Anyone got a question for Robert?
I have a comment.
Sure.
Boy, guys.
Hey, how's it going, dude?
What's up, Robert, you're a fucking saint. That's all that fucking time. Saint.
Yes, madam.
I want to know when you're going to do a gallery showing for your art.
Yes.
When am I going to do one?
Yeah.
I'm still thinking about it. I'm being convinced all the time I should show it, so.
Mr. Ronald Gutman.
I think one of the most touching scenes for me in the movie is between your sister and your wife. You must be caught between the two a little bit, aren't you? What your sister is saying and how your wife is feeling. Your older sister.
Yeah,
She's like,
my
she's happy
sister's,
with it.
my sister's technically poison. I say, I didn't ask her to be born.